The world of basketball was sent into a frenzy when whispers of a secret meeting between Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan started circulating online. What began as a quiet rumor from a private golf event in Florida exploded into a viral storm that gripped fans, analysts, and players alike. The sight of Caitlin Clark, the WNBA's brightest star, walking alongside the GOAT himself, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, was enough to stop the sports world in its tracks. It wasn't just about celebrity proximity. It was about symbolism. It was about legacy. And it was about the possibility that the greatest to ever play the game had just passed the torch to the sport's next revolutionary figure. At first, it seemed like an innocent sighting at Jordan's exclusive golf sanctuary, Grove 23, a place where billionaires, athletes, and legends converge away from the cameras. But when a video surfaced showing Clark and Jordan side by side, holding basketballs and laughing between rounds, the internet exploded. Hashtags like #CCXMJ and #AirClark trended globally as fans tried to piece together what was really happening. Analysts dissected every frame, identifying Jordan's signature sneakers and Clark's customized Nike gear. TMZ confirmed the location. Within hours, the story wasn't just about a meeting, it was about destiny. Insiders close to the situation quickly revealed this wasn't random. Jordan, who rarely extends invitations to outsiders, had reportedly followed Caitlin's rookie season closely. He admired her drive, her competitive fire, and her refusal to bow under pressure. She reminded him of himself, relentless, confident, and fearless in the face of critics. Sources claimed Jordan personally reached out to invite her to Grove 23, not for golf, but for mentorship. That revelation sent shockwaves through the WNBA community. For years, Caitlin Clark had been compared to Jordan for her killer instinct and her ability to electrify crowds. But now, those comparisons were blurring into something more real, something that looked like an actual alliance between two eras of greatness. The footage that leaked from Grove 23 painted a picture that spoke louder than words. Between swings on the pristine course, Clark and Jordan were seen walking together, discussing footwork, rhythm, and composure. At one point, witnesses claimed Caitlin demonstrated her signature step-back jumper, the same move that shattered records at Iowa and made her the face of the WNBA. Jordan watched closely, nodding with the kind of quiet approval that only true competitors understand. This wasn't just a casual chat between two athletes. It was an unspoken initiation, the kind that only happens once in a generation. But what made this moment even more powerful was what Grove 23 represented. This wasn't just a golf course, it was Jordan's fortress. Known as Slaughterhouse 23, it's a place where mental toughness is tested as much as physical ability. Only those personally chosen by Jordan are allowed through its gates. Drones deliver drinks mid-game, cameras capture every swing, and the atmosphere buzzes with unspoken pressure. To be invited there meant something. For Caitlin, it meant she wasn't just another star in the making. She was being evaluated by the greatest to ever do it, and she passed. While fans celebrated the moment as groundbreaking, not everyone was pleased. Inside WNBA headquarters, panic spread quickly. Executives, who had spent months carefully crafting Caitlin's public image, suddenly realized they might be losing control of their biggest star. A private meeting with Michael Jordan, unsanctioned and away from league oversight, was a nightmare scenario for those desperate to keep her under the WNBA's brand umbrella. The league's biggest fear wasn't just the optics, it was the possibility that Caitlin was aligning herself with Jordan's empire, something far bigger and more independent than anything they could control. The tension hit a boiling point when new rumors surfaced. Caitlin might be in talks to sign directly with the Jordan brand. If true, it would be unprecedented. Jordan had never personally partnered with an active WNBA player before. But if he did, it would signal a seismic shift in sports marketing, a merging of the game's greatest name with its most powerful new force. Nike executives reportedly scrambled to contain the situation as screenshots of internal emails and mock-up ads began circulating online. Suddenly, the idea didn't seem far-fetched at all. Caitlin Clark wasn't just an athlete anymore. She was a movement. And then came the image that broke the internet. Caitlin posted a story of herself lacing up what appeared to be a prototype pair of Jordans. The caption was simple but chilling, "Work in silence." Within minutes, sports media lost its collective mind. Speculation turned into belief. Belief turned into frenzy. ESPN, Bleacher Report, and every sports outlet imaginable ran the story. NBA stars started weighing in, calling the moment historic. Fans dubbed her Heir Clark. The symbolism was undeniable. The heir to Jordan's legacy wasn't a man. It was a woman rewriting basketball's future. Inside the WNBA, the atmosphere grew tense. Some executives saw opportunity, calling it the exposure women's basketball needed to finally reach global attention. Others were furious, claiming Caitlin had overstepped boundaries and gone rogue. Behind the scenes, veteran players reportedly voiced frustration, arguing that the league was becoming the Caitlin Clark show. Rumors even suggested that locker rooms across the league were split, those who saw Caitlin's rise as empowerment and those who saw it as disruption. But through it all, Caitlin remained silent, letting the chaos swirl while she focused on what she does best, working. Then, without warning, Michael Jordan himself made the quietest but loudest move of all. The official Jordan brand account posted a single black and white image, Caitlin Clark holding a basketball. The caption read, "Legacy recognizes legacy." No explanation, no press release, no corporate fanfare. Just a statement that said everything it needed to. The internet imploded. Within hours, the post had millions of views. It wasn't just confirmation of mentorship, it was validation. Jordan's stamp of approval meant that Caitlin had crossed into a different stratosphere, one few athletes, male or female, ever reach. Reports later confirmed that Jordan had personally spoken to Nike's executive board, insisting that Clark represented the future of the game. Sources say he told them that her mindset, leadership, and resilience were exactly what the Jordan brand stood for. And he wanted her not as a client, but as a collaborator. Plans allegedly began forming to launch a women's basketball line inspired by Clark's intensity and elegance, a collection that could redefine how female athletes are marketed globally. Meanwhile, the WNBA found itself facing a reality it couldn't ignore. The world was no longer talking about league standings or playoff races. They were talking about Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan. About mentorship, legacy, and power. The conversation had shifted entirely out of the WNBA's control. Economists predicted that if the partnership became official, it could inject millions into women's sports independently of league funding. Ticket prices for Indiana Fever games doubled. Merchandise featuring Clark's name and the Jumpman logo sold out in hours. For the first time, a WNBA player had transcended the league itself. But Caitlin stayed quiet. No interviews, no statements, just a quiet update to her Instagram bio that read, "Built, not bought." Fans saw it as her declaration of independence, a message that she wasn't waiting for anyone's approval to shape her destiny. Meanwhile, rumors circulated that a documentary crew had been following her journey, capturing everything from her draft day to this very meeting at Grove 23. If that footage ever surfaces, it could reveal what Jordan truly said to her that day, the conversation that changed everything. What started as a leaked video of two basketball legends sharing a moment has evolved into something much greater. It's become a cultural turning point, a challenge to the old systems of control, and a statement that greatness knows no gender or boundary. Caitlin Clark didn't just meet Michael Jordan, she met destiny. And if history tells us anything, it's that when the GOAT passes the torch, the world better pay attention. Because legends don't just play the game. They redefine it. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of a new era where Caitlin Clark becomes the face of global basketball? Could the Jordan brand partnership rewrite the future of the WNBA forever? Let us know your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the stories shaping the future of the game.